Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. MVGmacks here, bringing you round 14 of the MVG GT Championship. This is in the Nurburgring, the 24-hour circuit. Today racing with us we have Sky, Toots, Toasty, Beserker Boy, Pauls, Max, Madrick, and of course Kingy, one of our new racers. And there we go, off the start line. No penalties this week. Everybody seems to have sussed the lighting system. A great wee start there going for Max from 6th to 5th. Back to 6th again. Not as great. And to 7th. Oh dear. What can we say to that? No, he's back to 6th again. A bit bumpy. As we can see, it's a lovely evening here in Germany. If you want to say that. It's a YouTube video, we have to live the moment. So, started the race, 6:30 in the evening. There's no rain expected on the race, but it is evening time, so we have the setting sun to contend with. So, in front we have Toasty there, followed by Sky and Toots. Beserker Boy's up in 4th, Max in 5th, followed by his teammate Madrick, Team MVGmacks, have to get that in there. Then we have Pauls in 7th and Kingy in 8th. Oh, we see there, Max just gave Beserker Boy a little dunt, so slowed down just to make sure Beserker Boy kept his place, and Rick took full advantage and slipped through the two of us. So there we go. You never give Rick an inch because he'll take a mile. So the race is on. Then from the last video I explained our safety car rule. With the Nurburgring 24-hour taking so long to get the cars round, we decided that instead of being the first 3 laps when the safety car would be in force for anyone going off, we would use it on 1 lap. So the first lap has a safety car rule. Any car goes off, they can call a safety car, try and keep the pack together a bit. And after that it's 2 or more cars have to go off in the same instant for a safety car to be called. As you can see, Max isn't giving Beserker Boy the slightest inch. Staying right on there. Toastman's quite happy out there at the front. But I do apologise. Well, I don't apologise, I might make this a highlights video, so if we start jumping laps and things, it's because there's not much happened and it cuts down the size of the video and things, but we will show you as much of the race as possible. Oh! Beserker Boy went off. What happened there? Let's have a little look. Yep, it's gone off. Ah, didn't slow down enough for the corner, into the gravel. The sand trap is an absolute nightmare, so he loses the place to Max and Pauls. Oh dear. That corner is a bit of a nightmare at times. Come down there too fast, misjudge the corner, don't slow down enough, and you hit the gravel. And the gravel is a nightmare to get out of in this game. As soon as you hit the gravel, even if you've got traction control turned off, it goes straight back on again because you're on the gravel. Oh, Max hit Rick there. What happened there? Bit of damage, I'm thinking, Max's car from that impact. So let's have a little look. Ah, trying to avoid Toots there. Slipped off, came back on, didn't have enough grip, went wide, Max hit him. So, oh, what we've got here now? Max taking his place back from Rick after losing out because of that bump. Rubbin's racing, people. Rubbin's racing. Oh, Beserker boy just took over Paul. Let's have a little look. Beserker boy here. Bit bumpy, but managed to get past. Paul's held it, didn't spin off of that, so Rubbin's racing. Always said that. And Max goes off. Oh, Beserker boy was off as well. That wasn't too good at all. What happened in that one? So we're in Paul car, looking, just checking what was happening. Beserker boy went a bit wide and Paul's just nudged his back end. And let's have a look at Max's car and what he was coming up to. Yeah, Max was a bit fast in that corner as well, going to hit the wall and managed to go on the inside and not actually hit Beserker boy. So yeah, there's another corner that's a bit dreaded. And Max is all the way down in 7th place. Not too good for Max. Kingy's in last. Toasty's still in front, with Sky Shadow up there. Well, after that bump, I believe a safety car was called, and somehow at a low speed Beserker boy managed to go off the track. I don't think, well, I know for a fact the BMW not the greatest at slow speeds, so we did have a bit of a comms discussion on the evening about this, just with our rules on the safety car and things like that. We've never actually had anybody go off the track during a safety car, but as Beserker boy stopped completely, Max and Kingy went past him. Now Max is quite happily to let Beserker boy back in front, and he said this numerous times, but unfortunately the comms weren't always working and I don't think anybody heard him. So unfortunately what that meant was Beserker boy stayed in last place. So we went with it, but it's a strange situation. Nobody's ever went off on the safety car conditions, so we didn't know quite what to do with that, and as we're racing and concentrating on the racing, we really don't want to have a very in-depth conversation about things like that. But there was no complaints as far as I'm aware about what had happened. If Beserker boy does put in a complaint, or a steward's inquiry as we call them, then we'll discuss and decide what to do with it. But I believe this was race on. Toasty shouting out go. So that was everybody foot to the floor and back racing again. Yes. So coming round to the end of lap 1 in the long straight, we've still got Toasty in first, Sky's in second, Toots is in third, Paul's in fourth, Rick's in fifth, Max is in sixth, Kingy's in seventh, and Beserker is in eighth. Kingy taking it, cutting that corner just a little bit, and is lucky to hold on to that one. Very, very lucky to hold on to that one. So BMW showing its ultimate power here, flying down the long straight, using the draft to get past Rick, and the BMWs just have the power to take the Suzuki GTR. There's Rick straight behind Max, two teammates starting to storm up the pack a bit. So after the long straight, we've got Toasty in first, Sky in second, Toots in third, Max in fourth. Oh, and Sky has managed to take first place. So let's have a a little see of what happened in that. We'll jump to Sky very shortly. So here we have Sky coming round the final corner into the main straight. He's got the power, he's had the better exit at the corner, and he's straight past Toastman. No problem at all. So we're going to jump into Paul's now. There's a few more things happened on that start finish straight. There's Kingy right on Paul's rear end, slips past, no problem at all. And we come up to the first hairpin. Paul's has a nice line but brakes too much. Kingy and Beserker do manage to slip past them, and away they go. So the standings now stands Sky, Toastman, Toots, Max, Rick, Kingy, Beserker and Paul. Max right close up to Toots there. And Beserker Boy has taken over Kingy. Let's have a little look. So here we are, Kingy in the RX-7, and Beserker in the M3 Motorsport. Nice bit of late brake in there from Beserker, straight past him, no problems at all. Paul's in the background having a bit of fun in the grass. BMW slipping and sliding everywhere, same with the RX-7. And there we go, Kingy takes his place back again. That didn't last very long at all. I'm not quite sure if it's the replay videos that cause the cars to look like they're bouncing about as much as that. It's not, I can't imagine it's like that on the track. I know that most of the people I race with up front usually have a wheel, except for Rick. Rick's on a controller, but he's really quite good. But most people have a thing that's a bit smoother than when you're actually racing. Oh, Max goes off, Toots is off. Sky drops a place. Everybody's dropping places. That was some crash that. What happened there? Here's Sky. He just nudges the grass, slips and slides a bit. That's not very good at all. It's bedlam on the corner. Jump into Toots. Toots is coming round and he touches the grass, he's spinning, Max is spinning behind him. Bit of dancing there between the BMW and the RX-7. But here we are with Kingy. And Kingy takes the corner wide, hits the back of Toots. Sky gets a bit of a nudge as well. Kingy gets away. And Paul, Sky and Toots have dropped right down the pack. Max is off! Max is off! My god, everybody's fallen off the track. Did kind of expect that. It is the Nurburgring after all. Everybody always falls off. Max a bit fast in the corner, hits the grass, tries to get back on track. Nah, no traction. Spins the car. Reverses up. People coming up the track. He waits for everybody to pass so he can get his space. There we are. Reverses out. Changing that gear amazing. Into first, away he goes. Toots is coming up behind him. Toots gives okay in the comms just for Max to go, even though Max told him to go. So Max has dropped to 7th place, still in last place, in the middle of lap 2. Fantastic. So roughly the middle of lap 2, and places are settling down ever so slightly. Saying that, there's Kingy, just moved into 3rd place. Let's have a little look. So here's Kingy chasing Beserker Boy, coming up nice and quick, quite wide in the corner. Beserker Boy takes it too wide, into the grass, Kingy just slips right by. Great little race in there. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the stars on the transition phase of the overlap videos are actually in the racing colours of the driver themselves. All drivers have racing colours and numbers. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Kingy just dropped all the way to 6th place. What happened? That's him coming round, clips the grass, he's holding it ever so slightly. As soon as it hits the road, he loses it. He breaks down, saves spinning, but he loses all the places. He worked so hard, but that's racing. If anything to the weekend Le Mans, there's anything to go by, it was quite a race. I've only seen different highlights, I've not sat for 24 hours and watched the entire race. I don't think I could actually bring myself to do that. Even though I did survive yesterday in 2 hours sleep, in which this race was actually running on. I was driving on 2 hours sleep that I'd had it from 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning, and the race starts at 9 o'clock at night, so I'd been up all day and I'd even been swimming. But that's that. Max just flew by Kingy having another little off on the track. I do think his car is just a little bit unstable. He needs to find some more grip in that car somehow. Play with his downforce a bit or something like that. There's a little movement up in 3rd and 4th place. A lot of movement. What is going on here? This guy's dropping down places like a fallen rock. I think we're going to have to go and have a little look-see at what happened there, because that was quite a change in the standings. There's a bit more changing as well. Looks like there's a bit of a battle going on at the back of the pack. Let's have a little look. So we're riding with Beserker boy. Watching him, he just manages to clip the sand, which Paul's hit him. This guy's done the same, spun off. Kingy manages to slip right past them all. Gets away from Sky. Oh dear, that was a bit of an off. Whoa! No, that's not a normal spin. Oh, and he clipped Sky. Oh no. Looks like Sky kind of held it. And Toots went off. Toots and Sky must have had a bit of a bump there as well. Pete looks like he's got a lot of damage on that car. He's not moving very well at all. My. On to the main straight. And Max goes flying past Paul. Still find it very strange talking about myself in the 3rd person, but it's okay, we're doing it, it's fine, nothing to worry about. So, Max moves up into 3rd place. Standings are Toasty in 1st, Rick, Max, Paul's, Kingy, Sky, Toots and Beserker. So nothing really changed much. And this is Max crossing the line into 4th in the lap 4. And both Rick and Toasty decided to pit, which allowed Max to slip himself all the way into 1st place. Beginning of lap 4, and Max has went from 7th place in lap 1 and 2 all the way to 1st. That's not bad going. Well, nothing really changed much at all in lap 4. Gonna join Max again. Well, say not much. Halfway through lap 4 there was a bit of a change in different things that happened. We'll join Sky and this guy caught up in Kingy quite a lot there. Kingy's flying about the track. And I wonder what actually happened to Kingy that this guy was able to close so quickly on him. This guy's went up into 5th place. So let's have a look what happened to Kingy. Bumped the wall, slowed him down a bit, hit the grass, the wall. Oh, yeah, definitely need to have a little time with Kingy, see if we can sort his car out. This guy manages to pass him. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And we can jump into the car with Toots. And we'll have a look what it looked like from the back. Excuse me, there's me the hiccups. I apologise. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot. RX-7 is very slidey in the back end. Toots doesn't seem to have that problem. Oh, a little bump there. And Toots goes past as well. So that changed the standings a bit. Max is in 1st. Rick is in 2nd. Toasty is in 3rd. Paul is in 4th. Sky is in 5th. Toots in 6th. Kingy in 7th. And Beserker is in last place. Not really been Beserker's race this one. I did help him with his setup in his BMW. I don't know if he's actually changed it or not, as my BMW seemed to grip quite well after a couple of laps once the tyres got buried in a bit. But we'll jump into lap 5. There's no real changes, and there wasn't any changes at all between the middle of lap 4 and the middle of lap 5. So yes, as I was saying, the transitions have the race colours of the drivers. You'll notice mine is generally orange, Rick is in pink, and this one's red, so this will be Sky. So we're jumping into Sky and having a little look at what's been going on here. And the Skies, we've got pretty much 3 of them in a row here. Paul, the Sky and Toots behind. Aha, Paul went off, nudged the wall, Sky managed to get past him. So we'll jump into Paul, who's yellow, and we'll have a little look what happened. He's coming along quite quick there. Not too quick. Yeah, 160, it's quite fast. The tiredness is starting to set in. Didn't give it enough braking and slow down to get that corner. There we are. Back in with Max. Unfortunately, I've not quite figured out how to get writing on in a decent size. Every time I do it, it seems to put great big letters across the screen that I can't resize. So, whoa, we had movement. Sky's dropping places. What's happened there? Jump in with Paul. There's 3 of them. There was Sky, Paul, and Toots. Still having a little battle by the looks of it. Paul in the wide, Sky just managed to hold it, but he got past Paul's, but Toots went flying past the 2 of them. And there's no hair on his back, just slipped right past, no problem at all. So this is us coming to the end of lap 5. Max is still in the lead. But Rick was closing rather quickly. even though Max did manage to put in his best lap on lap 5. About 8 minutes and 32. We'll have a bit of movement in the rear. So we jumped into Beserker boys' car. Kingy managed to go wide and jump off again. It's a shame. I don't think that RX-7's working for him on this track at all. As I was saying, that's why I've got a lot of the information up with the racer names and who's actually in what position. And it keeps it on in the blue camera symbol so we know who we're actually watching at the time. So a lot of the passing involving in little offs on the track and things like that. Not as many epic passing moments as we've seen in other tracks and things, but unfortunately the Nurburgring 24-hour track does lend to a lot of going off the tracks and things like that. It's a very unforgiving track. Oh, we had a bit of movement at the rear there. That looked like Sky dropping places again. Let's have a little look. Sky coming onto the start finish straight. Nudges the wall a bit and slows right down. Strange. Sky had to go into the pits. Look at his fuel level. And his tyres, front left tyre was looking quite low as well. 5 and a 6 on the right. These rear tyres are still quite good. I do apologise if there is a little bell ringing in the background of this audio, but my kitten decided to come into my living room and start jumping about the place. Hence why the bell is ringing, because it's on her collar. But she's been kicked out now, it's all good. We don't have to worry about that. So yeah, Sky had to pit. And it dropped him down at the last pace. Because it looks like from his fuel level there was no way he would actually have made that. So we're getting towards the end of the race now. So that's us on there. And we're joining Sky on lap 6. Looks like Sky's on a charge here. He's on fresh tyres, a bit more fuel. He'll be charging away. A bit more grip on his car. And he's caught up quite well on the Beserker boy and Kingy, who look to be having a bit of a nudging battle. Kingy doesn't win the nudging battle, ends up in the grass. Sky passes, no problem at all. He has a little go off on his own, but if we look in the mirror, Kingy also had his own little faux pas, and whoa, big faux pas from Kingy there. Straight into the barrier. I imagine he's got damage for that. But there we go. End of the race, lap 6. And Max comes in and crosses the line. So after being so far down, Max manages the win. Rick follows pretty closely in second place, followed by Toastman. I do believe Toots is not far behind either. There's these Paul, Sky, Beserker. We'll join Sky again. The man was definitely on his charge in his last lap. There was no giving up. And oh dear, Beserker boy pushing just as hard, goes off, and Sky takes full advantage and just runs into 6th place. So quite a race, not as long as our usual ones. The usual races are about an hour long, an hour and 5. But I had to put this guy in, I have to give him a mention. Toasty, what a race. Comes in third place. No hassles. He's not been in the video much because he's not had much passing at all. He's ran a steady race all the way through, and if you look at his car, no damage. I don't see any damage on that car whatsoever. Compared to the rest of the cars on track that are scuffed and dented, his was clean. Well done, Toasty. I think you're the man of the race for that one. To run a clean race, to me, is almost better than the win. So the final standings after that were Max in first, second was Madrick, third was Toasty, fourth was Toots, fifth was Paul, sixth was Sky, seventh was Beserker, and eighth was Kingy. So thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next time.